Ultra Knights Gaming here, and today we're doing a quick review of the Space Marine Bass Attack in the CSN Codex. Right, the land speed of Storm. Most people hate its guts. I mean, I have to say mine's not fully painted. I started it the other night, I haven't finished it. I'm sorry, I don't like showing I'm painting models, but I started it. I did try to get it done, but it was like 12 o'clock at night. Right, Storm. Don't bring it. Don't bring it unless you're putting a melter on it, which is what mine has here. Because, I'll be honest with you, it's useless. Scouts are expendable. They have a scout move to move. They can run up the board. They can get to an objective and sit there. If that's what you use them for, a cheap scout squad. You don't need a transport for them. It's almost like a gimmick. You don't need it. Seriously, you don't need it. Saying that, they have tried to make it effective. And they succeed in certain places. It's got a Cerebus missile launcher, which means enemy get a -2 to leadership. But scouts aren't going to be winning any assaults anytime soon. They're not going to be killing 3 or 4 models, and that's probably why they've got it. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it is more of a gimmick thing. I mean, they're going to win. Well, if they do win an assault, it's going to be something like Gretchen, and Gretchen's going to fall back anyway. So they're not doing a whole lot. Don't get me wrong, I have built a scout squad built for close combat before, completely decked for close combat, and I have won assaults against small marine squads, strike squads before, Grey Knights, that sort of thing, but not often enough. Not often enough to make that Cerebus missile launcher worth its points. Obviously, it's a free upgrade, but it costs points in the base cost. I'd rather have 20 points off the model, to be fair. That's just me. It's open top, so you can fire out. 6th edition is probably a bit better than in 5th. Not that that's a major advantage with scouts with their crap ballistic skill. It is open top, so it's easy to bring down. It's only got 2 hull points. Yeah, has a scout move, can deep strike, all that cool stuff. It can outflank. But that's not really giving it a lot. Still, if you want to play tactically, it's a friendly game, bring one. For that, it's really fun, because it has some amazingly fun tactical uses. Lore-wise, it makes total sense. It's a really good-looking model when it gets down to it. I don't know if you see that. Really good. You can really customise where the guys go. Don't know if you can see that. But you've got a guy reloading there, snapping his bolt mag in. Or guy firing out the side, looking all hard. And then a sergeant on top, shouting orders. Yeah, it's a very cool model. Anyway, down to tactics. Wow, there's a few you can utilise. None that are that particularly good. I mean, you can outflank, you can do all that sort of cool stuff, but you're not going to win any real battles doing it. You're going to run up the board, jump out some scouts, But there are some tactics that do work for it. Unconventional tactics, but they still work for it. The tactics I employ, it's what I do in tournaments. If I do bring it, it's quite cheap. I used to bring it before I had the Storm Talons. It's quite cheap. The scouts got inside, whatever. Still, you're better off buying a squadron of normal land speeders and multi-mount on them up. But if you've got this, make it work. Right, here's the plan. You start off, when you're going first, there's your deployment line, like that, okay, on the side of it, facing inwards. Then, you get your scout move. So you turn it, which gives you an extra about 3-inch movement. Okay, which you do with most of your tanks, you should be doing. You then, scout move it 24. Boff, it's a fast skimmer, 5th edition. You then, pop it behind cover. I took them on for base so I can get it right behind cover, because otherwise you're not going to get in cover saves. Okay, then it's your first turn. You then zip up 12 inches, you drop out your scouts, whatever, do all that cool stuff. You should be just behind the enemy. If you make your movement work, you can get in 6th edition it works a lot better because you can fire off his weapon after moving flat out. But in 5th edition, which I'm sure some people are still playing, I play with one of my friends 5th edition because he doesn't know 6th edition yet. But the rest of them I do play 6th, and I play tournaments 6th, obviously, and all that sort of cool stuff. But yeah, you sit it behind your enemy vehicles. You're getting a ballistic skill 3, I believe it is. It's not high ballistic skill, but you're getting a shot that can hit. When you do hit, you're going to take out things like Land Raiders. 2d6 penetration. You can take down Land Raiders. I do. That's the target I would be the tank I would be targeting rather. Land Raiders, and you do bring them down. And that's like a first turn Land Raider kill from this, which is a 70-odd point model. It's not bad, 60 points, something like that. It's not bad. It's well worth its points in that respect. And then you've got these Scouts armor melt bombs that run off and assault open tops into a tank and do some damage there. That's one way it works. I've seen it work. I've made it work. But there are better ways to spend your points. Interesting though, it does work sometimes. Bit cheesy though to play against your friends using that tactic. Still, if you like winning, by all means go for it. I did deploy it against my friends a few times when I was playtesting it, and it worked really well. But in the end, I stopped because you're melting their tanks, melting their tanks first turn. Anyway, with las cannons, etc. You don't need this thing in their deployment, and it annoys them. They don't like it. Still, it's armor 10. It's not hard to bring down. If you go in second, you're going to lose it. I'm sorry to say, they will target it when it gets flying up the board. So from that respect, it's going to die. Still, you can make it work. It is a bit cheesy to use against friends, I'm not going to lie. And you don't need to use it against friends, because in most lists, or even in tournament lists, you don't need to use it, because you should have adequate firepower to deal with enemy tanks first turn. I know I do. I know everyone I've ever played against seems to annihilate my tanks first turn if you're not deploying properly or correctly. So, you don't need this. And it is sort of a 50-50. You may not get that shot off. The enemy may deploy even further back than you want, so you may not be able to get side armor. It's Imperial Guard, you're talking armor 14 on the front, so you even struggle against that. Yeah, still interesting unit. Well worth a pickup, well worth a go. If you proxy it in, normal land speed up, give it a go. It's interesting. It's worth a go. That's all I can say. Not a must buy and not a must bring for tournaments. I only bring this tournament when I'm feeling like changing things up, because not many people see them. I've never played against them. I might have once, but I don't think I've played against them very often. And so people don't really get them. They think they're either really weak or really powerful. You get a real mixed review. But if you use it correctly after the game, the enemy won't like them, which is what you want. Okay, it's been Ultra Knights here. Quick review. We're going to be doing probably Space Marine bikes next. Like, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching.